So out of this comes essentially our recommendation. So if you have the information that we just shared, if you're on the pill and you're thinking about conceiving, I know everybody doesn't have the longest time window, but I think it's useful to think about coming off birth control. I mean, I tend to toward the longer end of it, but I would say an absolute minimum of 6 to 12 months.
Yeah.
And the caveat to that would be if you were just taking the pill for birth control and you have no history of any type of cycle issues.
Right.
As soon as we add a history of cycle issues, hormonal imbalances, like extreme PMS symptoms, extreme period pain, whatever it is, irregular cycles, like you were put on the pill to kind of resolve any type of period issue, then I would highly recommend 18 months to 2 years, especially that kind of long irregular cycle scenario when like you didn't know when your next period was going to come. Because what the research, I think what we also need to know about the research is, again, when you look at those studies that say everything's great and they look at the 12-month mark, they have excluded everybody who had those cycle issues. And they'll tell you, you can read through the information. They'll say, we excluded women who had irregular cycles or who never got their period or whatever. So if you are in that camp, you're not even part of the study. So and the reason you're not part of the study is because they know that you're at a higher risk of not getting your period back in a reasonable amount of time. You're going to make the study results look bad.
Right.
And
this is you.
Exactly. And so it's important though, because nowhere in this conversation did I say that the pill causes people to not get their period anymore or causes them to, right? We're talking about a transition phase. So when you look at the research, I haven't seen data to suggest that the pill has this permanent negative effect, but there is this temporary transition.
Yeah.
And then for those women in the other category, what the pill is doing is it's masking whatever the issue is. So I love analogies. And so I have this like silly analogy. So in my analogy, let's pretend, because I don't have a summer house, but let's pretend I have a summer house by the lake. You said you live in Ontario, so I also live in Ontario. So
it's a big,
like,
I would love a summer house by the lake too, where it's always summer, ideally.
I know. So we can't do Ontario.
No, California house, maybe.
Yeah. All right. Well, so we've got the summer house, and unfortunately, the pipes burst. So we're definitely in Canada. There's winter, and the pipes burst. So in my scenario, like what my bright idea is, right? I went to my doctor. My doctor told me to, shut off the water. Mm-hmm. So the pill, that's like what the pill does to our body, because it doesn't fix the pipes. Like it just shuts off the water so that we don't have the flooding. So it gets rid of the symptom. So I'm excited, no more flooding. I fix the house, but I don't fix the pipes. So what happens when I turn them on? Like, right? I think it's the perfect analogy, because
that's great.
Yeah, because this is the whole point that we're trying to make. Like the pill doesn't cause the women who had this history of irregular cycles or problematic scenarios to have a problem down the line. But the pill gave a false sense of security by providing that monthly withdrawal bleed. So we thought everything was great. We're ticking that box every 28 days, thinking it's all good. But then you come off the pill. And especially if you had that history and you haven't had a true bleed in like 10 years or 5 years or whatever, like you really don't know what's going to happen when you come off. Like you don't. And what we know for sure is that the pill didn't correct whatever was going on.